Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'll be doing a quick run through of some of the things possible inside of WavTool and what you can expect for everyday applications. Because with features like the ability to create different samples through AI text to audio, alongside the conductor chatbot, this is now a fully loaded and capable DAW. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is WavTool.com, going on over to Studio, where we've got a fresh project over here. Now going on over to Add Instrument Track, where we have some track presets like a piano, guitar, sunpluck, but I actually want to go on over to Plugins and Devices, where I can hit Find Installed Plugins. You'll then be asked to download the WavTool Bridge application, which I can double click right here, where it will do a quick scan, which as you can see right here, this is all the plugins that I have. Now you can use all of your favorite VSTs inside of WavTool. I think for today I'll be using Analog Lab 5. Pop up the window right here and go pick our sound. Let's go into like keys, something pretty simple. And I have been liking this reverse box recently. So whenever I play notes on my keyboard, I can play it in real time. And now I can add a clip over here and try and come up with a melody. Okay, I think we've got our melody right here. And we can actually expand this right here so we can show you guys a bit more of it as well. Starting from the top. Okay, very cool. Off to a pretty good start. We'll be adding more sounds here shortly, but for right now, going on over to the conductor chatbot, where we can try and add a chord progression. So the amazing thing about this chatbot here, I can type in dark chord progression in C# minor, and then it pops out different chord progressions for me over here. Add a new clip, and try that on out. And I did edit these notes very slightly, like putting this up to right there, and now we have this. So I like this one, just not the sound. So I can go browse a different instrument over here if we want to. Hitting the piano. Let's go ahead and delete all of these and drag them out. I like the groove that we've got going on right now. I just want to change it up a little bit and just edit these notes and get different rhythms that you like. The piano's sounding pretty good over here. Let's try out some different ones. Not bad, actually. It's not quite the vibe I was expecting to get from this one, but it actually kind of fits pretty nicely with that darker tone. Let's try and get some more layers over here. Let's go to Browse Instruments. All right, now it's so easy here. If I'm adding a new layer, all I have to do is hold Alt or Option and then drag it on down to my new track. And now I'll be using this instrument right here. Let's try and get one more layer. Why not? Oh, like a plucky string over here. And maybe like a harp. Then just drag it on down to the new track. I'm actually going to delete the theremin as well. There's some different octaves over here too. Let's try going up an octave here. Oh yeah. I'm liking this. This is already sounding pretty sick. Alright, so I'm pretty solid with those melody loops over there, but I think we can try and add one more different thing. Before we go on over to the drums, I actually want to go to Generate Audio, and this is going to be the text to sample or text to audio feature, where we can now enter our prompt. Just something to add some more spice and some texture to it. Very quick, simple, easy prompts here. Okay, so after putting the prompt simple guitar melody with no drums, I then got this melody right here and put it down one semitone to fit my track. Kind of like the sampled feeling that it has there, which I think it actually fits my track pretty well over here too, so I think for a certain part of the track, it can go something like this. Then after a bit of that build up, turn this one back on. Alright, doing pretty well over here. I think the melodies are pretty much good to go. So I think it's time that we add our drums, which we can do a couple different ways over here. So hitting Browse Instruments, there are preloaded drum instruments already, like chill drums, trap drums, heavy drums. It's going over to Titan drums. That sounds like it would fit this track. So you can find your very own one-shots over here. But there's also loops over here as well, like instruments, bass, or drum kits as well. But I think I want to plug in my own drums here for today. Now for the final piece. So I think that I've got pretty much everything that I need for this loop over here, and now we can start utilizing some other WavTool features to help really polish it up. So I'm feeling that the 808s need to be a bit heavier and add some more distortion. So I can double click on that, go to devices, and then use one of my third-party plugins. Make sure that everything is connected correctly. Nice. I like it a lot. Go ahead and arrange this out a little bit. Drag it on over. Get rid of just a few things here. I think we'll have that come in a little bit later on. See how this sounds right now. Not bad so far. Like it. That sample's really working out here. Then for the drop over here, start going up an octave. See if that works. Over next, we'll stick with all of these, and then I think from there we just repeat the hook and I think just take us on home, right? All right, now the intro's sounding a little bit dull over here, so what I can do is go to the library and get some transitions and effects. So there are so many more features here that we haven't really touched on. For example, over here, I've got this full melody loop. And if we go down over here, we can actually do a few different things, one of them being stem split. This will separate the different instruments here. So here's the normal instrumental. And here's the vocals. Sounds very clean. It kept all the reverb and everything. But if that's not impressive enough, here's an entire song, and let's go ahead and split that one now. And while it does that, here's what the original track sounds like. 'Cause you could somebody up, you just still my heart, and I don't know what to do, 'cause my soul now black ain't blue, 'cause you could somebody up. Okay, now I've got our separated stems over here. We've got the drums, bass, instrumentals, and vocals all on separate tracks. So let's go and bring all of those in now. See what the drums sound like. It's exactly like the original. Okay, the bass. Wow, that's actually super clean. Very nice. Okay, now going to the instrumental. Also clean, but how's the vocal sound? Wow, kept all the reverb and everything too with the delay. Very minimal volume pumping. Very small traces of other instruments, but that's actually very clean for what I thought it was going to be. So this can be good for a multitude of different ways. As a producer, if you just want to work on a song a bit more, but you no longer have that project file, you can put in one audio file and basically remix and master to a certain extent and get a new version of that song. And in other ways too, if there's a song that you like that you want to try and sample, you can take out the vocals, you can get rid of the drums so you have only the melody to sample. Maybe there's a drum groove that you like, you can separate from that. And if you're an artist, of course, do remixes as well. There's a very good feature over here. In fact, let's go ahead and split this off over here, and let's try and hit convert to Midi. So you could potentially use that as a whole different layer too. So one last feature I feel like everyone needs to know about when going into WavTool is going to be identify chords. So sometimes if you have MIDI that looks like this and you're not entirely sure what the chord progression is, WavTool can help you out. See over here it says a bar 1, it's E major. And then as we go along over here, it will actually change to B major and go in real time. Very helpful stuff. Alright, so for everything we've learned here today, from the conductor chatbot, text-to-audio sample generation, stem splitting, chord detection, and everything in between, this is a very powerful tool at your disposal.